Good afternoon, my wonderful friends. Firstly, I hope you're well. Secondly, I know I'm dressed like I'm trying to sell you a tractor or perhaps a racehorse. However, most importantly is the fact that in 12 days' time, the Pesky market will be returning. So what I wanted to do is use this time to share with you exactly why we're bringing the Pesky brand back. And it all starts with David Attenborough's Ocean documentary. And if you haven't seen it yet, I dare you to watch it in the next 2 weeks, because there was one scene in particular which will stay with me for the rest of my life and was the trigger to bring back Pesky. And that was of this beam trawl just dragging the trawl across the seabed, destroying every single bit of marine life from the fish to the coral. And it reminded me the reason we set up Pesky was never to sell a boatload of fish. It was to give trust and transparency to brilliant, conscientious buyers like you, so that you knew that the fish you were consuming was never going to come from a process that caused that much destruction. So that scene got the loins properly stirred up, but there were 3 other trends that we could see in the market that made it an absolute no-brainer to bring Pesky back. So firstly is access, or the continuous loss of it, because in the last year, more fishmongers have closed, more fish counters at supermarkets have closed, and so for the majority of us in the UK, our only option for fish is the packed portions that we get on supermarket shelves, when the appetite for not just incredible quality but sustainable and now regenerative fish is growing and growing and growing. And secondly is the explosion of greenwashing, and it's not just from the supermarkets. You now have companies that will hide behind terms like sustainable and responsible and ethical at the same time as selling you juvenile fish or fish from critically endangered species, because it's commercially convenient to do so. But here's the third and final one, and the most positive one, and that is potential. Because we now sit with a fleet of over 100 regenerative fishermen and fish producers who are ready to sell their catch to you in an entirely transparent supply chain, so that you can not only have access to their fish, but the trust and the knowledge that your consumption is having a positive impact on our oceans. And I think David would be proud of that. So all that's left to say is that none of this would ever be possible without the conscientious, considerate brilliance of buyers like you. So we've got 12 days to go. Any questions, let me know. And yeah, welcome aboard once more.